Hi guys! Today I'm reviewing the Big Boss oilless fryer. You can cook meat in this unit, vegetables, frozen food that you can cook straight from the freezer, or there's a thaw option. You can also dehydrate fruits and vegetables with this unit. This comes in a few different colors. As you can see, it's a big unit and it weighs almost 15 pounds. This fryer uses halogen, convection, and infrared heat to cook food. Make sure there's nothing touching the fryer while it's on, and that there's enough clear space around it. I'll show you how to put this together. This is the plastic base. It should be on a level countertop. The glass bowl sits right in the middle. This is the low cooking rack. That sits right in the bowl. The high cooking rack. The mesh basket can go on top of the high cooking rack or the low cooking rack. You can cook multiple foods at once. There's also an extender ring. If you're using this, put it right on top. This ring is for cooking large foods like a turkey. You can cook up to a 6-pound turkey in this unit. I've never seen a turkey that small, but maybe just the turkey breast. And then on top of this goes the glass lid. The lid will sit in the inner rim of the extender ring, and if you're not using the extender ring, it sits right in the inner rim of the bowl, so it forms a seal. There are tongs included with this fryer, and this is used to remove the racks when they're hot. There's an instruction manual and recipe book that are included. The instruction manual has cooking times and temperatures for fresh and frozen food, meats, fish, poultry, vegetables, and also dehydrating foods. The recipe book has recipes for poultry, fish and seafood, stir fries, desserts, pork and lamb, and baking desserts. You can also use any of your own oven-safe plates or pans or foil with this unit. On the lid, there are time and temperature controls. There's also a couple of pictures here for French fries, onion rings, fish and chicken, since those are probably the most popular things you might be cooking with this unit. The time and temperature is right on the lid. There's a green light for heat and a red power light. This is the handle. Once you put the food in the unit, you'll put the lid on with the handle up. Then you'll plug in the unit. Then set the temperature and time. Then you push the handle down. Pushing the handle down and locking it, that's what turns the machine on. Once the machine turns on, the halogen lamp and fan will come on, and the green and red light will also be on. The halogen lamp and green light will cycle on and off to maintain the temperature. If you want to check the food, pull the handle up, and that's what turns the machine off. You can remove the lid and check the food. When the timer goes off, the unit automatically shuts down. To clean, unplug the unit and let it cool down. All the parts can be washed with hot soapy water, not the lid of course. Just wipe that down with a damp cloth and dry it. The cooking racks and the glass bowl can be washed in the dishwasher. The manual does say that the rack shouldn't be air dried, so I wouldn't suggest putting it in the dishwasher because when the dishwasher stops, you're not going to remember to pull it out. There is a self-clean option for the glass bowl. What you do is put 2 inches of water with mild soap in the bowl and turn the setting to wash, that's up here, and turn the timer to 10 minutes. After the bowl is cool, rinse it out. First, I'll test the fryer by cooking French fries. Since this unit is supposed to be oilless, I'm not going to spray any oil on the potatoes. For the French fries, I'll put the lower rack in first, put the mesh basket in next. I'm using the recipe from their recipe book. These are 2 medium potatoes. I've tossed them with half a teaspoon salt and half a teaspoon ground black pepper. I've not put any oil in the fries. I'll just spread them on a single layer on the basket. Putting them in a single layer will make it easier for them to get browned and evenly cooked. Now 2 medium potatoes looks like the max that you can put in this basket in a single layer. With the handle up, I'll put the lid on, plug in the unit, turn the temperature to 450, and the timer to 20 minutes. Push the handle down to lock, and that'll turn the unit on. You can hear the fan and the halogen lamp is on. It's a light orange light. We'll check the fries and turn them over in 10 minutes. The fan is pretty quiet. You can hear it, but it's not loud. It's been 10 minutes. I'll pull up the handle, and that stops the unit. Remove the lid. It is hot, be careful. The bowl is very hot. You can use the tongs. They'll grip the basket on both sides, and you could just pull it out like this. Here they are. You can see that, ooh, it's very hot, be careful. You can see that the tips of some of the potatoes have gotten brown. You can just turn these over with tongs or your fingers. They're not sticking to the mesh, which is good. I've turned the fries over. I'll put the mesh basket back in the bowl. Put the cover on, set the timer to 10, and put the handle down. The timer's gone off. It's been 20 minutes total. Take the lid off. Remove the fries. You can see that some of them are nice and golden brown, and the ones in the middle are not so golden brown. This one is crispy. They're not bad because we didn't use any oil. They taste kind of dry and crackly on the outside. They're cooked just fine. This is one from the middle. Let's see if it's cooked. It's just cooked. I would also cook this for a few more minutes because the thicker pieces are not completely cooked in the center. So I put the fries back for another 5 minutes. One thing I noticed, the timer is not accurate. It's off by about a minute. You can see the fries are more brown now. This is after 25 minutes. Just gonna check the middle because last time the potatoes were not cooked in the middle. Now everything is cooked. It seems that the halogen lamp is hotter around the edges and not the middle because the fries in the middle took longer to cook. If you want the French fries to look a little better and have a nicer texture, it's best to spray oil on the fries before cooking. These oilless fries taste fine, it's just that the texture is not that great. They're a little bit dry and crackly. But if you're looking to avoid oil completely, then these fries will do just fine. Spraying a little oil should also avoid this little bit of stickiness from the French fries that's left on the mesh. So if you don't use any oil, it's probably going to be harder to clean the basket. Next, I'll try breaded chicken. It looks really good in the picture, so I have to see if it works. I have 3 chicken legs with the skin and bone. I've just dipped them in egg and seasoned breadcrumbs. And I have 2 chicken thighs with the skin and bone on, and I've dipped them in seasoned egg and seasoned flour. I'll put them on the mesh. So it will fit the 3 chicken legs and 2 large chicken thighs, or about 6 smaller pieces. Put the cover on. We'll cook this at 375 degrees for 35 minutes. I'm going to check this after 17 minutes. It's been 17 minutes. Some parts of the chicken have gotten very golden brown. I'm going to turn the pieces over. Hold the rack and turn over the thighs. They seem a little stuck. Let's see if I can move it gently. Okay, you can see the coating on the bottom sort of stuck to the mesh and has sort of come off the chicken completely. I'll put the lid back on and cook this for another 17 minutes. It's been 35 minutes. The skin is a little bit stuck to the mesh. Try to pull it out gently. There we go. It looks pretty good. As you can see, there is skin from both thighs left on the mesh. Here are the 5 chicken pieces. The legs are nicely browned. They look crispy. The thighs are also brown. The skin is crispy. Okay, the chicken leg is cooked. Just go ahead and taste this. The meat looks nice and juicy. And tastes really good. Let me try the skin. The skin is also crispy. It tastes a tiny bit dry because we didn't spray any oil on it, but it's actually very tasty. Let me check the thigh. The thigh is also cooked really nicely. It's juicy. Really tasty chicken. On the other side of the thigh, it did lose some of the skin, but some of the skin is left over here and that part is crispy. So for not using any oil, this chicken turned out really well. I think it tastes juicy and the skin got nice and crispy because of the oil that's already on the chicken skin naturally. With the French fries, you notice they were very dry and crackly because there is absolutely no fat in it at all. Let me just cut into the other two legs. So with the chicken, although one of these legs was in the middle, it did cook all the way through. We did cook it for 35 minutes, so that's enough time to cook the 5 pieces with the bone in and the skin on. Anything you cook in the fryer will look and taste better with a little bit of oil sprayed on it. If you want to try out this Big Boss fryer, I've put a link in the description below. As always, I hope you found this review helpful. Subscribe and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.